growth marketing is, I'd say, sort of fairly early on when you compare it to sort of more core marketing roles. But what kind of skills, traits, and experience would you tend to look for if you were hiring a growth person then, as that first kind of hire?
So I think from a traits standpoint, I'd look for a few things. One, I'd look for someone who's obsessed with helping people. Like at its core, growth has all these articles that make it seem like it's a really tactical and technical thing, and it certainly is. But in my mind, at its core, it's about helping, it's about understanding what's valuable to real people, your customers, and then finding ways to give them value on their terms. And so if you really strip out all the tools and tactics, that's what we're doing in the growth space. We're finding out what's valuable to people, and then we're helping them realize that value, either on the website, inside of the product, through other means. But essentially, if you can deliver value, you can feel pretty confident. On the flip side, you're going to get some revenue in return. So I look for people that at its core are obsessed with helping other people, and are obsessed with understanding those people and delivering value on their terms. I look for that. It's a good starting point. I also like thinking about people who don't have an ego, who don't have all the answers yet. Because if in this space, what you learn is a lot of your personal opinions end up being wrong. And so rather than get folks who are dead set on thinking they know the right answer, get people who are just excited to figure out what works and move quickly. So I look for some of that stuff. And I also look for people who are data driven, but not just quantitative. I feel like the quantitative data gets all the, I don't know, it gets over indexed in the growth space because everybody's talking about spreadsheets and conversion rates and cohort maturity and all that stuff. All that's good to spot opportunities, but I feel like the qualitative data leads to just as many breakthroughs. It fills in all the color. So people that are obsessed with getting information, and it's not just data and spreadsheets, it's also talking to people and user interviews and doing user research sessions. All those things are just as valuable in my mind. Yeah. So I look for a few of those things. And then in terms of the more tactical stuff, I look for people that have systems to find the right answer. People that can understand how to take a problem or opportunity and break it into a few pieces to kind of understand it, more and to use that data to understand the problem and maybe find some opportunities. Folks that can validate those and maybe brainstorm a few different solutions at different levels of effort. People that can maybe do some light, investigation and experimentation before they invest too deeply. And then someone who's going to iterate quickly if they haven't achieved success. And so I feel like if people have the right problem-solving frameworks, it's just a matter of giving them the right tools and time for them to be successful. And so I look for those things. And obviously, if it's a growth marketer, I'm hoping they've got experience doing that on the website and with the channels that they own. And if it's a growth product manager, I'm hoping that they have experience doing that in the onboarding flow and to drive more usage and retention.